Well, it's Sunday and today is bunny moving day. They've been on this area here since at least the 3rd of May, which is about 10-12 weeks, something like that. So I've moved them over here. The hardest bit actually is getting this grid work out of the grass without ripping all the grass up, because they've been there so long. But the other thing you notice, I haven't put the lid, the upstairs, onto the indoor run because that indoor run is entirely falling apart, so I've got to make a few repairs. And this is the top part, and you can see actually I had to make a repair several weeks back. That's really stylish, isn't it? Because the back fell apart and the indoor rabbit fell out to the outdoors, and because they fight each other, they fought. So I've patched that up, but the floor is also feeling a little bit delicate, and I don't really want it to rabbit to fall through. So I'm going to patch that up, or at least put some bracing across underneath. So my plan is to use this bit of wood, mainly because, I don't know if you can see, because it's a bit wonky. But I'm going to use this to put across there. One piece there and another piece there, just to strengthen this bit of floor and stop it falling through. And this bit, I'm going to put a patch over the other side of that as well, because I don't really want them to fall through there either. Well, it was a bit long, but by using this thing, I have no idea what it's called, but it's pretty effective. I managed to get it just right length now, or just squeeze into there. So the second piece just avoids that big knot in the wood, which is quite lucky. That looks a bit better. Well, I've been trying to decide what to use to hold it in place. Considering it's falling apart anyway, I don't really feel in the need to make a terribly good job of it. So I was thinking of using these old nails, but they're nowhere near long enough. So maybe thought of these nails, which are long enough, or I can use these screws, which are also long enough. And it's a bit of a toss-up. These and these have been recycled from a bunch of old pallets, and these, although they look new, have been recycled from some old stage kind of props that were just left out for the skip. So I took them apart and took the screws out and used any bits of useful wood. Oh dear, which shall I use? Well, I'm going to have to drill some holes anyway for the even if I put these in, because they're quite chunky. I don't think I could smash them through that bit of wood. So if I'm going to have to drill holes, I might as well use the screws. Okay, I'm going to have to screw it in as I go, otherwise that bit of wood will move about. There we go, it's pretty solid. I'll do the other bit and then I'll turn it over and do the other side. Well, that's in. Let's turn it over. And you can see just what state it's in. I mean, look at that bit. This is all falling apart as well. Anyway, hole through there, and 2 screws, and that'll support that nicely. Right, I think it's slightly cracking at the end, but that's going to support it. It's only got to hold a rabbit up, for goodness sake. Right, last bit is to patch that hole. Well, here's the main hole, that's the worst bit. But I'm thinking I can probably take this, cut that down to size, fit that over the gap. I might strip this bit off just to get it out of the way. And this is recycled from the, what was it, art department folder drawers at school. It was in the skip just before we left. Or, on second thoughts, because this is really looking a bit roping, I could cut out a piece from this and fit that in, and that will replace it completely. I think that might be safest, because then I can just rip this whole piece out. Do that. There we go, that didn't take much, did it? It's not exactly the thickest wood, is it, that they provide? The old bit of wood was held in place with these staples, but I don't think I'm going to use staples to hold it together, so I'm going to pull these out, I hope, and then I'm going to use these frame nails. Therefore I'm putting frames together for the bees. Well, that's all of the staples out. Some of them are quite tricky, but I think I've got them all out, so that's just been cleaned up, and time to put the new piece of wood in. So I think it went that way round. There we go. Just bang that into place all the way around the edges. Brilliant. And I think that is job done. This bit is falling apart as well, but I just nailed a few bits down to stop it flapping up quite so much, but obviously that's going to need replacing soon. A piece like that might fit in there. It's a little bit narrow, but yeah, at some point the rest of it's going to need replacing, but we need to buy a new one, to be honest. So let's put it back. Okay, here's this ramp. So we're all done, and Daisy can go back upstairs again now. She did go back up. Oh, there we go, on camera. There we go. So I think it's time for 11sies now.